What's going on, people? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's your boy D coming at you from the court. Excuse my fan if you guys hear it in the background, but it's burning up in my bedroom. I can't turn the fan off or I'll probably turn it to a pool of black tar. But like I said, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And today I want to talk about the West. Not really so much of the West, but I want to talk about Golden State. Now, the Golden State Warriors are possibly at their biggest roadblock that they faced in the last 3 years. And what I mean by that is they have more to worry about now than they ever have. You know what I'm saying? Not even, and I'm mainly talking about one team, which is of course the Oklahoma City Thunder, because once you look at it and you pay attention to everything that is happening on that team, matchup wise, it's a nightmare for Golden State Warriors. It's just a nightmare. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. But it's not just the Oklahoma City Thunder. You've got the Spurs to worry about, and I haven't seen them make any like fantastic moves over the offseason. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make any trades. I don't remember if they picked up anybody. They still kept LaMarcus Aldridge, even though he melted down in the playoffs when Kawhi Leonard got injured. You know, you've got the Timberwolves to worry about. You still got the Houston Rockets. The Clippers are still sort of a problem, just a little bit. I don't really think they picked up anybody that was. No, let's take the Clippers out. The Clippers are nobody's worried about the Clippers, but these teams are. If you go back, I'll try to remember to show you guys pictures of these rosters. The Timberwolves, they've got Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins. Nightmare wise for the Golden State Warriors. The Timberwolves, matchup wise for the Golden State Warriors, the Timberwolves are a nightmare as well. If you guys go and look at that roster, I'll show it to you right here. But you guys can, you know what I'm saying, just get a nice good look at that and pay attention to the matchups and see how much of a mismatch each matchup is. You know, you've got Jeff Teague at the 1. He's not bad. He's a good defender. He's not the most prolific scorer. I wouldn't say he's Steph Curry like, but he's not a bad scorer. You know what I'm saying? He's a little above average, but he's a good defender. Then you've got Andrew Wiggins at the 2. You've got Jimmy Butler at the 3. You've got Karl Anthony Towns. They've got Taj Gibson as well. They just picked up. They got Jamal Crawford too, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really remember where Jamal Crawford went, but I think he went to the Timberwolves. You know, like this team, like I'm saying, matchup wise, the Timberwolves are a nightmare for Golden State. You just have to pay attention to it. The one that I'm more focused on, though, is Oklahoma City Thunder. I can't wait to see Russell Westbrook get his hands on that team just to see what he's going to do. But I'm not sure the Golden State Warriors are going to come out of the West. It looks good. It looks fantastic because they've been to 3 straight finals. But I don't think they're going to come out of the West, man. You know what? I'm not going to say I don't think they will. I'll be shocked if the Golden State Warriors come out of the West because they have too many teams to worry about as opposed to LeBron. He doesn't have a team to worry about. I mean, the only team that people thought that he was going to have to worry about was the damn Boston Celtics, but then they turned around and picked up Dwayne Wade. Now they've got Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas when he comes back healthy, Jay Crowder, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. They still got Kevin Love. They got Eddie Tavares, who we've yet to see play, but he's tall. He might be a good rim protector. They've still got LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Matchup-wise, Cleveland is a nightmare for Golden State, too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something we're going to have to see. But I really, really, really don't think the Golden State Warriors are going to make it out of the West this year. Only because, not to say that they can't beat these teams in a 7-game series, but just the fact that they have so many obstacles. You know, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have 1. You know, it might go 6 games with Boston. Maybe. And that's a huge maybe considering how stacked the Cleveland Cavaliers are. But for Golden State, they've got Houston to worry about. They've got the Spurs to worry about. They've got the Timberwolves to worry about. They've got Oklahoma City to worry about. You know, like all of these teams are really, really good teams. And considering they have to go up against each one of these teams at least 4 times a year, they're going to have some problems come playoff time. It's not going to be as easy as it was this last year. Now, what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to get some really good players out east. The Sixers might be good. The Sixers might actually make it to the playoffs this year. They picked up JJ Redick. Embiid looks to be a little bit more healthier. They've got what's that light-skinned guy's name? I can't really quite remember who he is, but he played for the Dallas Mavericks when Charlie Villanueva and Russell Westbrook got into it. Anderson. I think no, not Chris Anderson, but I know his last name is Anderson. You guys know who I'm talking about. But they got that guy. He's an okay defender. They got JJ Redick, Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz. They might be okay this year. And then you still got the Wizards. They've only still got 2 people, but I don't know. And I saw that was it an Instagram post or a tweet? Even when John Wall he was kind of salty. They didn't get any huge pickups this year. Now, if it's just his luck, DeMarcus Cousins will probably go to the Washington Wizards next year, which will kind of swing the tide of the East into the West thing just a little bit because he's a superstar coming from out West going to the Eastern Conference. So we'll have to see how that happens. But I wanna examine this Oklahoma City Thunder and Golden State Warrior matchup thing, because when it comes down to it, that's what's really going to matter is matchups. And even in just this past finals, they couldn't play who was it? They couldn't play Channing Frye. They couldn't play there were specific players that the Cleveland Cavaliers couldn't play because matchup wise it's just a nightmare. You can't really expect for Channing Frye to do much. They need defense, and Channing Frye just doesn't have that. So right now what we're going to do, we're going to look at both of these rosters side by side, and I want you guys to tell me what team do you think is best. Now, neither team has a fantastic bench, but we'll see how everything plays out when the season rolls around. Okay, so we're going to start from the top with the Golden State Warriors roster. They picked up the rookie Jordan Bell, Chris Boucher or whatever, Omri Caspi, Antonius Cleveland, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Michael G, that's what I'm going to call him, Draymond Green, Alex Hamilton, Andre Iguodala, Damian Jones, Sean Livingston, Kevon Looney, Patrick McCaw, JaVale McGee, Georges Niang, Zaza Pachulia, Klay Thompson, David West, Nick Young. Now, I don't think either team has that good of a bench. But in terms of these starters, matchup wise is not looking too good for the Golden State Warriors. I don't think it's gonna be that great. But okay, we're gonna look at this right now. So we've got Steven Adams. Well, the starting 5, of course, is gonna be Steven Adams, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George. What's that guy's name? Jesus Christ. I don't see Andre Roberson. That's what I'm thinking of. He's probably going to come in at the 2, and then you got Russell Westbrook. And, off the bench, they've got Alex Abrams, Bryce Alford, Markel Brown, Isaiah Canaan, Samaj Kristen, Nick Collison, Raymond Felton. I forgot they even had him. Terrence Ferguson, Jeremy Grant, Daniel Hamilton, Josh Hustis, Dakari Johnson, Patrick Patterson, Kyle Singler, Rashawn Thomas. That neither team has a fantastic bench, but I don't think I've ever even heard of any of these guys, so I don't know what they're capable of. And only a couple of the people on the Golden State Warriors bench I actually heard of. Omri Caspi, JaVale McGee, Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala. They picked up another guy too, Nick Young. That's what I was thinking of. David. Well, I don't know. As far as bench, maybe Golden State is a little better. So that's probably where the Oklahoma City Thunder are gonna lose when those starters come off the court, which is why I think Paul George or Carmelo Anthony need to come off the bench, because once that bench goes down, if all 3 of them are starting, Russell Westbrook, George, and Anthony, if all of them are starting, they're gonna have some problems when they all 3 come off of the court. That's just basic basketball knowledge. If you guys see that, they're the primary 3 scorers. You know what I'm saying? Steven Adams, he's a pretty good inside presence. You know what I'm saying? Steven Adams, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Andre Roberson, and Russell Westbrook. Something's gonna have to shake, because if it doesn't, they're probably going to lose. But in terms of the starters, Golden State is gonna have matchup nightmares with these guys. And then even looking at the Timberwolves, dude, that's gonna be tough for Golden State. And now the thing with the Timberwolves is they're young, they don't have any experience, but they've been in the league long enough. Experience just needs to, it needs to be natural, right? Well, not experience, but just your skills need to be natural at this point. You've been in the league long enough, and the playoffs the playoffs is just an extension of the regular season. So when people say, "Oh, I got the playoff jitters," I never understood that, because it's just an extension of the regular season if you made it to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You guys get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this Golden State and Oklahoma City Thunder matchup. I think it's gonna be very, very tough for Golden State, and with other teams as well. So we're gonna have to wait to see. I'm not really gonna too much talk about Cleveland, because come on, I mean, let's face it, nobody's really going to oppose Cleveland in the East. There isn't anybody that can oppose Cleveland in the East. Nobody. Not the Wizards, not the Bulls, not the Boston Celtics. Nobody. The Orlando Magic. Nobody can do it. I kind of feel bad for the East. Now, I don't think Cleveland are gonna break the record for 73-9 wins, but we'll wait and see. But thank you guys so much for stopping. I really appreciate the support. Be sure to give the video a like, comment, and you know what else to do. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.